Okay, so welcome back to Wandering into Wellness. We are in the beautiful Herbert Park today, and it is a lovely sunny morning, and we are so lucky to have an amazing guest with us this morning. We have Master Mantak Chia, all the way from Thailand, and Master Mantak Chia is the founder of the Universal Healing Tao system. He is a Taoist Master, and he is the man who brought Taoism to the West. He's also written over 50 books. Welcome, Master Chia.
Okay. Hi.
Welcome.
I'm Mantak Chia. Thank you.
We're so curious to have you on our podcast, because one of the things that we love to explore, because we're obviously Westerners,
Yes.
but we have an interest in Eastern philosophy and Eastern healing systems and medicine systems. And we're seeing at the moment a little bit of integration. The Western mindset is beginning to tune into the Eastern philosophy and Eastern medicine. You're at the forefront of this. So can you explain to us maybe the origin and maybe some of the structure around the belief around life force and the different types of life force in Eastern philosophy, and how that's come to marry with Western medicine and Western mindset, and where we're at now at the moment?
That's very interesting is that the Eastern, like especially Chinese have a very precise Chinese medicine, acupuncture. That means in that time, back to 4,000 or 5,000 years, they already have a very profound understanding of the internal organ.
Amazing. Yeah.
When they do acupuncture, they even about 2,000 or 3,000, they already do operation, like they cutting this. Because Chinese, there's so many people.
We were still in caves.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the
They're
truth. In Ireland, we were.
Arrow shooting, they have to operate, get it out,
Yeah.
and they have many way of. So they understand the organ a lot.
Yes.
So the Taoism actually is blossoming from the science of that time. That means, but the science is quite profound because they have a very understanding of the astronomy. So if you look at the Chinese astrology, very detailed. Map out all the map, all the star, and it even map out what star, what planet affect our body.
Yes.
Okay?
Wow. Yeah.
And it's very it's still using now. We call the Chinese astrology and the feng shui and we call Chinese Germancy.
Okay. Yeah.
That all involved with human body.
Okay.
Now the most advanced teaching is the inner alchemy.
Yes.
That changes it.
Okay.
Actually now if you look at the anatomy, physiology, they're exactly there.
Yeah.
But in the old
It's
time
amazing.
they had no machine.
Yeah.
They only by turning really and feel
That's
how
amazing.
they work and what color, what sound they're doing, all these things.
Yeah.
So they are beginning understand that how the sickness come, how emotional affect this organ. So now they map out every organ have emotional.
Yeah.
And now in the West still say emotional in the brain. So we are talking about in the psychology.
Yeah.
Oh, when you are a child, the father hit you, spank you, and now affecting you this. So now it's try to change in the mindset. But we know that people been gone to psychology a long time, they don't change. But in my teaching of 40 years, I see people when they recognize emotional in the organs. And what emotional, for example, angry.
Yes.
In the liver.
Yeah.
And we know people drink too much, they get angry.
Yes,
Big time.
so true.
And in the West we call people liverish.
Yeah.
If they're like whatever. Yeah. If they're angsty and they're too easily respond to
We know it's the liver.
Yeah.
So now they have a practice like you do the liver sound, and you smile, you breathe in the green light, and you feel calm and peace, and that is when you feel it, you change the liver, because energy is the strongest.
Yeah.
Because energy, they have, we said, every organs have energy. So and every organ store negative and positive. That's it. So when negative positive are stored there, now You either you change, get the life force in liver, change into positive,
Yes.
or you change it to negative, and you act out.
Yeah.
Because the brain, we could say, computer.
Yeah.
It is, this is what the Tao, it is exactly how the computer run. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the hardware and
Yeah.
software
Uh-huh.
that's stored here. The brain only access the hardware in the organ,
Yeah.
and they act it out. So okay, you see something fear, you have a file, a
Yeah.
folder
Yes.
in the brain. They say fear,
Yeah.
but they cannot store all information.
Yeah.
The organ
It
much
comes to
bigger than
here.
brain. It's
Sure.
stored in the liver. So people make you angry, frustration, depression, jealous. It's stored in the liver.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all the the West proved that
Yeah.
the second brain,
Yes.
and they said this second brain can recording experience in the organ, in
So
the
this,
gut.
this is the gut. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The West discovered 100
Yeah.
years ago.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, England is the one that discovered the second brain
Okay. Interesting.
100 years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
And they write down in a book,
Yeah.
and they said this: they have a brain can recording down things and can respond to emotional,
Yeah.
and that is already said.
Yeah.
So, but they never go into deeper discover. But this one is a little bit more because this involved with you sit, you quiet, and you feel liver have this emotional heart. So like heart, we know that it store love, joy, happiness. Everybody know, or the whole world know, the West know it. So when we say Valentine's Day, I send you a red heart. I love you from my heart.
Yeah.
We're not going to send them a black kidney or something like that.
Yeah. That would be a weird Valentine's gift.
Yeah, you know. So, but you know, I send you. So the love store love, joy, happy, appreciation, gratefulness, and these people want it. But we don't serve from inside. In the Tao said, if you know that the heart store love, joy, happiness, you go in and smile to the heart. You gentle and talk to the heart and ask heart to release more love, more joy, more happiness. If you don't do that, hatred, impatience, hastiness, cruelty, and arrogance come out. This is what otherwise said, oh, where the hatred come from.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
I said, I hate you. Where it come from? So they have love and hate, they are opposite. They store in the heart.
But they're all in the same place.
They're in the same place.
And it's so interesting because we know on a basic principle, if you have a garden, if you tend to the garden, if you love it, if you nurture it, it grows and it grows beautiful. And if you ignore it, obviously it just withers and it dies. And that's the same principle.
Yes.
But we never think to apply that internally to our
No,
organs.
the
We just
mean that
assume that
in
they're
the
going to
Western
work.
side, when it come about emotional, they have no machine to detect them yet. Okay, the only thing that this guy sees something make angry in the brain.
That's what they assume it's all here.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
But you say, okay, let's talk about a computer. We like computer.
Yeah.
We build computer from our genius. Okay, this is computer, this is hardware and software. That all the storage data and all the software is stored here. Okay, and now this one, if the hardware and software gone, the computer don't work.
Yeah.
But if the computer gone, the hardware is still there, and we still can live.
Good news. So let's say people are not sick yet, but they haven't embraced Taoism. What do you think is the first thing? Like, where's the point at which they start? Do they start with the heart? Do they start with the liver? What's
the whole key in the Tao said you cannot only start one.
Yeah, okay. I knew you were
Because
saying.
you cannot start one because, for example, we said tree. You say a tree cannot stand alone. They need earth, they need water, they need sun. They cannot stand alone. So earth. So in the Tao say, hey, you have to embrace what we call a creating cycle. Everything in the universe, in our world, we are creating so much. You have a chicken, you have the rooster. You said, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat the rooster. Or you eat the hen. Now you eat it, I'm good. But tomorrow you have no egg. Okay? But now you can be swallow your saliva, you may eat a little other thing and you get hungry, but you let the hen lay egg and they hatch. Now, very soon, in a few months, you have many chicks. And you keep you to do other things and don't have to eat them. And now very soon you have rooster and hen, and they make love and they lay egg and they hatch. Now after that, we have a lot of eggs to eat every day.
Okay, yeah.
This is a creating cycle.
Yeah, okay.
And this is amazing Tao said, organ cannot stand alone.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
All the links.
Like fire, heart is a fire. Now you burn the fire, burn, and you have no wood support. So in the old time, they don't have oil.
Yeah.
They say, okay, I grow a tree, and I plant tree, and I let it grow up, blossoming, bear fruits, eat the fruit, and you have the seed, you grow.
Yeah.
So now when I grow more tree, I can chop down the tree. I have 1,000 tree now. I grow it. It needs time to cultivate.
The creation cycle.
The creating cycle.
Yeah, okay.
So when I have 1,000 tree, now I don't worry about no tree. So in the Tao say, okay, when you chop it down, burn to be fire. And the fire burn, it become ashes. Ashes in the Tao say, adding more soil to the earth.
Okay.
So we say fire creating the earth. So tree creating fire. So people, I love the world, I love you, I want to love everything.
Yeah.
You're going to burn out.
Yeah.
You only cultivate the heart. It's impossible.
Okay.
Eventually you burn out yourself.
So when you cultivate the heart and you...
You don't cultivate the liver, in no way.
Yeah.
And you don't cultivate the earth, it's no way.
Okay,
because fire creating earth. And earth, if you dig down to the big earth, you find metal. And the metal, if you make it like a plate, it can attract dews because it condense cold
Yes.
at night.
Yeah.
It condense water.
Okay.
And you have more water. And you put in
Okay.
a container, you add more water into the water.
Yes.
Now you have fire burn to be earth, it creating the earth, earth creating the metal, now metal creating the water. Now the tree have more water.
Perfect. Yeah, okay.
When the tree grow, now it can gain a cycle.
Yes.
And this exactly all the organs.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now the West discover, now like in America, if they force all the medicine have to publish out what medicine when you use affect the other organ. You have to put the information out now.
Yes.
The doctor have to tell the patient, hey, you take this kidney medicine, it's gonna affect your heart.
Yeah.
You take this cure your lung, you're affecting your liver. Okay. Now that is we call counteract cycle. Okay.
Okay.
Now people born with uneven organs. Some organ too big, it burn out when there are no support. There is, and the whole key that, for example, you have a very big heart. Okay, very simple. When the fire burning every day, it destroy the lung because we call fire melt the metal and destroy the lung. Okay,
Yeah.
it's very important. But when you have, if you have a very strong kidney power, we call water. So and you have very little fire, so water will distinguish the fire. So
So you need
it's
to
a
work more on the heart a
counteract
little bit, and then you
No, you
cultivate that.
have to make it.
You have to find the balance
find
in the
balance.
whole
Find the balance
cycle.
somewhere. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you cannot find the balance, you're hurting them.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
And people are so conflict themselves inside.
Yeah.
And they, from inside conflict, they go out to be conflict.
Yeah.
And people around that conflict.
Yeah.
Because the inside conflict, inside contact each other.
So do you think, so the way the Western world seems to operate at the moment seems very, to me, to my basic understanding, very yang oriented, very, has a very hard yang
We
energy.
want this now, we want this now, we want to finish,
Yeah.
no, like
Yeah, so what...
And we want it fast.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, exactly, that's the problem, no patience.
No.
So if we wanted to help the West to cultivate maybe more a yin philosophy, a more patient philosophy, what are the sort of practices that we might put into from an external point of view to support?
The whole key that in the Tao said, now number one, you need to back to your body wisdom. Because the whole Tao for many thousand years is always talking about if you don't know your organs, you have no way to do anything. Now if you believe that our brain have a nervous system connecting to the heart, you believe that?
Yeah.
That's all. If you said you have a heart and the brain are connecting to it, and now the eye is holding vision, that's how the brain can see things. You see something. Now if you look at the picture of the heart, and you believe you have the heart, and you believe the brain has connection. Now you close your eye, you hold the image, you know the location, and you smile to it. In the Tao said, now you started to in touch with the heart. It's very simple.
Yeah.
So we call, but it's not simple. People have to be willing to turn inwardly.
Yeah.
Now, in many systems, they don't do that. They give you a statue, give you a temple,
Yeah.
you worship it.
Yes.
Now you put the mind out again.
Yeah.
Because our brain, 80 to 90% is control our organ function and hormone system function. This is
Okay.
what the brain do.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
okay.
You knock out the
Yeah.
brain, gone.
Yeah.
You knock out the small brain, we die immediately. Because
Yeah.
it control heartbeat, lung breathing, everything. It's the small brain. It control them. And this big higher brain is still have so many functions that working together with the organ, make them working and make sure that they're doing the right job,
Yes.
hormone releasing, when to digest, when to absorb, when to elimination. This is the brain control.
Yes. Makes
But
sense.
we, 99% now, we are outside.
All driven
Everything
by
outside.
this.
Yeah, by,
Yeah.
okay, eye, ear, nose, mouth, taste, it's all go like that.
External.
So when you go like that, the brain is so busy, and the brain says, hey, this is not my job. I'm not born to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And now you let me doing so busy, and people so exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't know that they drop. Every time the brain active,
Uh-huh.
the organ has to support the brain.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
the organ store all the energy
Mhm.
to supply the brain and
Yeah.
information to supply the brain.
So that's where we cultivate the energy in order that the brain can
Right.
keep going and be energized.
Otherwise, you draining. It's like you leave a tree and no water,
Yeah.
and see what the tree gonna do. They're gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how the organ. If people don't if you understand this, we grow everything. We have a tree, we have seed, we have soil, we have water. Now we grow everything. Grow so many trees, so many nuts, so many fruits, so many.
Yeah.
We grow them, but why don't we think, hey, our organ needs support?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
same thing. You cannot leave an organ stand alone and to dominate. Now when the two dominate, it destroys the other one.
Yeah. Absolutely. I understand.
So do you feel that just a simple thing that people at home could do if they haven't studied the Tao, they haven't got access to someone like you immediately to teach them, the first thing that they could do is just to sit and be still and
Yeah.
try to breathe and get a sense of
The
where
whole
are their
key,
organs.
there are so many things in the Facebook,
Yes.
and there's so
Too many.
much in the Tao that we put in the YouTube. There's 400 clips in the smile and all these things and back to the body wisdom. They have it there. And if not very simple, because the first thing you have to believe that you have organs.
Yeah.
Now in the West, the doctor know the organ is so important. You have to study to be a doctor after the high school finish, 7 or 8 years to be a doctor. And you have another 4 years to be an internalist. And if you want to be liver expert, another 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, you are getting old.
My friend is 37. He started studying medicine when he was 18. He's
Yeah.
just qualified.
To
At
be
this
a
point, he's
expert.
now coming back. Yeah, exactly. He's
So
now
now
a
he has
consultant,
liver expert,
Yeah.
heart expert,
Yeah.
kidney expert, digestion expert.
Yeah.
You have to be a pancreas expert. You have to be so many experts. You see, how important the organ are. But we don't cultivate them. Okay, don't worry. If your organ not good, cut it off, throw it away.
And we don't look at the connection between them.
Right.
Important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't see that
Yeah.
if you cut this one off, the
How
other
is it
one
going to
gonna
Affects
get
the
off.
others. Yeah.
Because that is the Tao say, hey, when you carve the liver, the liver is three. Okay, the liver help support fire. And if you cut off the kidney and the kidney gone, the kidney is water. Water feed the wood.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. So you'll
Now when you have no water, and now the tree don't grow, and the earth now started to get the spleen, get trouble for that.
The spleen, yeah.
Everybody counteract each other, or everybody can growing in a we call working as a team.
Yeah.
And I give birth to you,
Yeah.
you give birth to other, and in return somebody give birth to me,
Comes
and
back.
it make me grow. In this way, we are work as a team. You support me, I support you. You growing me, you nourish me, you growing me, and I nourish other and growing each other. That's how the Tao says. this one going to work?
Yeah. So the work you do in Tao Garden, which is your retreat where you
Yes.
treat people individually, you integrate Western medicine with
Yes.
Taoist philosophy.
The
and Taoist
major
practice.
part, the Western medicine are very good in equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we use the dark field, take the blood and look at in the dark field.
Okay.
Some Western doctors don't believe that. Okay, they say there's the nonsense. Okay.
This is what we call live blood cell analysis.
blood
yeah.
cell
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
analysis.
Cool. Yeah.
But don't believe it, but we believe it. Okay, and we believe also the pH balance.
Yeah.
And this is what the West discovered.
Mm.
And we, for example, we said we check your saliva, number one, and we check your urine, number two, and we check. So now we check your saliva, your urine, and now we have the live blood combined together, and now we analyze, because people when they have the saliva unbalanced, the pH unbalanced, now we know that the body are too acid or too alkaline. Some people say, oh, some people we call health new age very extreme. They want to eat all the alkaline food too much.
It is a problem. I
But
agree.
the pH in the West already say, hey, pH mean what? Acid alkaline balance. You cannot just alkaline, and you cannot just acid.
The key is balance.
The balance that in the world is balance.
It's balance.
Okay? And so now, when we check this, now we know the saliva pH and the urine. When they still not clear, we send out, because we don't have a bigger machine. We send out the blood to check a pH balance, more bigger, and we can know that what organ are too acid or too. So we try to balancing them. So we clean out the large intestine, we clean out the blood, we clean out the liver, we clean out the kidney. So all these things you need to clean. It's just like our body is so dirty, you know.
Yeah.
And if we don't clean them, we get too much acid.
Okay.
And you have in the Tao Garden, you have a system of growing all your own food organically, and then you prepare it by the 5 element system as well.
Yeah.
Is that right?
The whole key is that we said you know way to buy all to grow all the food yourself. Okay. That means we grow the thing that we can use the most. Okay. But the other thing we still have to buy.
Sure.
And we try to buy more organic if we can.
Okay. Good.
But some of them you don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's where but vegetable part we grow ourselves a lot. Okay. And before that we even grow our own chicken and lay egg.
Wow.
But when the when the bird flu come, we have to get rid of it. Because when you get the problem, it kill everything.
Yeah. They have
And
to.
sometimes but good that I put the big net, because the bird outside feed them.
Okay.
But
Okay.
sometimes they come down and eat the
perfect.
chicken food, and they bring the flu in there.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You had to protect, but you had to stop doing it.
yeah.
Okay.
But then I mean, before that we do a lot. We have a big land,
Okay.
and we grow rice, the fish, and everything. But when you have a lot of people, not enough.
Okay. Did you grow up with access to this?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Chiang Mai is the biggest land in Thailand.
Okay.
And the people now, the government actually promoting organic.
Wow.
Yeah, more and more and more. And more.
Okay.
Because Thailand can grow 12 months.
Yeah.
Grow everything
You have
12 months.
a great season.
And Chiang Mai, you have different level.
Huh.
You have higher. So we can grow tulips. We can
Amazing.
raise trout.
Right.
We can grow. Before that, when I small, we never know how to. Our whole strawberry, you know.
Yeah.
We do not grow that. But in the
That's funny.
Chiang Mai, you have high
You can
land.
grow it.
Oh, you grow them
Wow.
because it's cool.
Yeah.
Cool all year round.
Very nice.
Over there you have 2-3 meter high,
Yeah.
and for 2,
Mm,
and you grow everything.
beautiful.
Over there the sun is all year round.
Mm. Do you remember when you came to, was it New York? You was your
New
first?
York,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you remember your exposure to Western food for the first time? Were you excited? Were you upset?
No, I from the from some small, I like to live like more nature.
Okay.
I go in the village.
Okay.
And I like in the inner city, I still do not like much.
It's difficult.
It's difficult.
It's very different.
And you breathe the air and you see you feel the difference. And you live in the country, you have air and very little pollution. I mean, sometimes they burn.
Yeah.
Everywhere they burn.
I know, the problem
in the
in the
burning
country as
season.
well.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yes.
But it's still better than constantly all year round you breathing all the toxic, the heavy metals. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic that we see some of the research. I think it was in Japan recently where they call it forest bathing, walking to the countryside, being beside trees, exchanging the negative ions, these things that we understand in the West a little bit.
I mean, the Tao very emphasize that you have to exchange negative energy with the earth. A lot of people think, oh, I dump all the negative things to the earth. No, you have to distinguish organic garbage.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
You
yeah.
have to distinguish. We have organic garbage. That means everyday life. Okay? You step on somebody shout at you or bang on you, or somebody step on your toes and you get and all every day the family, the husband, the children, the parent, emotional back and forth. So we pick up all this emotional, and in the Tao said this kind of emotional is like organic, and it's very easy to transform.
Hey, that's nice. So we can give it out to the earth without
that
feeling
is organic.
bad. Yeah.
But the people don't understand. Like for a very simple thing, we say organic garbage. If you take all the organic garbage out of the earth dry out.
Yeah.
You cannot grow anything.
Interesting.
You cannot grow tree, you cannot grow vegetable, you cannot grow flower, nothing.
Okay. So it's our compost.
The compost.
Yeah. Okay.
So the whole Tao is say,
interesting.
you can, if you understand the Mother Earth, that the mothers can compose your organic garbage, now everything change. And
it's interesting, isn't it?
Because people hold all emotional inside them, and they don't have. So automatically, you don't have to do anything. People make you angry, and you holding, you hide under your closet, you hide under your bed, under your bed, or even worse, you hide under your pillow. And that's how we hide all the emotional inside us. But how long can you hide?
No, not that
And
long.
the worst thing people do is mix emotional.
Okay.
They mix everything.
Yeah.
They get the organic garbage. They mixing with the baby pamper, the leftover oil, broken glass, everything mixed together.
Yeah.
The worst thing about human is mixed emotional.
That's really interesting.
Because it's mixing so much. So angry, frustration, hatred, all these things all mixed together.
This is almost like what we call passive aggressive, almost maybe in the West a little bit.
When you get to one level, you're going to explode.
Yeah.
Because emotional like a bomb.
Yeah.
And now the whole key is that you keep all this emotional suppressed. So in the West, what we have here is that either you suppress your emotional, and you get sick. We call emotional cause sickness. Or either they expose out, and if you are very extreme exposed, because you accumulate too much, you expose, boom, you hurt people. You go to jail.
Yeah.
So suppress,
sickness,
you get sick. Expose, you go to jail.
Wow.
We have no way to get out. In the olden time, we have way, ask God forgiveness. And after that, we have God, where is God? Okay, we have priest to confess. Okay, after we confess, we don't know where is the emotional. We're still going to get sick. And now we have psychology, psychotherapies, and they themselves get big trouble.
I'm sure they do. They
Very
absorb
big
a lot.
trouble.
Yeah.
Absorb a lot. It's just like, okay, I have so much mixed emotion. I come here, dump the garbage to you. I pay you the money. Finish.
Whoops. Yeah, that's not a good system.
So what the Tao is saying is that we need to take responsibility for ourselves, and we need to get empowered to make those changes.
So that's why we say back to your body wisdom. If you turn your way, smile to the heart, and if you know at hand, they say, hey, the heart store love, joy, happiness, and store hatred, impatience, happiness. Now, I don't have to say, I don't want hatred, I don't want impatient. I don't want hassle. Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
But we cannot avoid it.
Yeah.
But in the Tao said, balance is the key.
Yeah.
Because negative emotional grow. You don't have to do anything, it grows by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? But positive, a flower, a vegetable, you need to grow them.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So you put a compost book, a smell, worm come, bacteria come,
Yeah.
worm coming, fly everywhere.
Yeah.
So now what you're going to do with it? They fly everywhere. So all the fly, and you run after the fly and try to kill fly one by one. It's impossible.
Yeah.
That's what we are doing now. We run
Yeah,
after
we're
the
chasing
fly.
after it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
chase after the fly, but you don't go into where
To the
it's
source.
causing it.
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
Because we don't know the source.
Yes. Yeah.
We say, okay, this guy get angry because he must be a very bad childhood. Parent is not good and this and that. So we
Yeah.
adjust them that way.
It's all the symptoms, though. They're all
So
looking at the
we're
symptoms.
overcomplicating it. We need to just
Make
go
it too complicated.
too
No
complicated.
way to do it.
Get the mind out of it and just
Right.
send love to all
No,
the
you,
organs.
you just have to find out where is the origin of the problem.
Mm.
But if you believe that organ origin, we know emotional. When emotional, and now the Western doctor, they know emotional cause sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beginning.
So when they go to see doctor, they, after they check with you everything, say, okay, take the medicine every day, go home, don't get busy, don't get angry, and don't stress.
Yeah.
Okay, go home and take your medicine. That's it. But the doctor himself very stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doesn't know how to deal with it himself. Has no method.
Yeah.
Has no medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the medicine they have it. If you're so stressful, they give you a Prozac,
Yeah.
so good for one day.
Yeah.
You get stressed again.
It's a
Yeah.
distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now people say, hey, medicine can solve now, but it's not solve for
Mm.
what was a longer term, and tomorrow you take it again. So depending on the medicine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So in the West, one of the ways that we tend to discharge a lot of this, angst and anger that we hold on to is through sexual energy sometimes.
Yes.
It's a big problem in the West. The way we're, there's all sorts of misunderstandings happening in people's sexual encounters. People aren't taking time, being patient with each other. Things are coming out in a strange way. In the Taoist philosophy, and I know a lot of the books you've written relate to how to cultivate and harness our sexual energy.
Because the Tao said sexual energy is the most powerful energy in the human.
Mm.
Because to give another new life.
Mm.
That's what the sexual energy power. And the nature gives us a lot.
Mm.
1/3 of the energy in our life go into the sexual production. They think that
Whoa.
for having
1/3.
1/3 the life force. It's a lot of energy there.
Wow.
And this is what the Tao are talking about very clear. One of the emperor, asked the king, asked the Tao master, said, how many times can I ejaculation in my life?
Okay.
So the Tao master figured out, 5,000 to 6,000 ejaculation. So it's not emperor can do it. Everybody can do it.
For the whole life.
For your whole life.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you
Okay.
can start counting how many ejaculation from the time when
Yeah.
you were 13.
I'm just doing the maths.
And you know how much you still left.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
So in that way, if you have children, 1 or 2 or 3 children, that's allowed.
Yes.
Right. When you have 2 or 3 children, now, what are you going to do with all the sexual energy?
Mm.
So in the Tao said, we just, I am so I have so much sexual energy, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I find a way to releasing it.
Yeah.
Okay? And in the Tao said, women have about 300 to 400 menstruation.
Okay. Yeah.
And how many eggs you use to have 1 or 2 or 3 children?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, every month you have menstruation,
Yeah.
and every month you have the energy stored in the breast to make milk. The body don't care about you.
Yeah.
When the egg mature, I gonna have everybody in the whole body prepared to have the baby.
That's it.
They don't care
That's
about
the
you
sole
every
purpose.
month. That is
Yeah.
the purpose.
Yeah.
So every month it's producing an egg.
Uh.
So the uterus have to build up liner, or we call egg yolk, to feed the egg. That when it conception. Now the breast have to store energy to make milk. It will prepare first. But when no conception, nothing happened. Now the body said, okay, nobody. I have the best milk for you, but nobody want it. Okay? So now they clean them out.
Okay, discharge.
Discharges to become menstruation.
Okay.
But a lot of time in the breast.
Yeah.
And it's just stuck there, go nowhere. Now it's the cause of breast cancer.
Interesting.
And now the Western doctor also agree with that now.
Wow.
But in this one, many thousand years, they say, hey, you have to transform this energy here. So the transformation is so simple. Okay. So the formula of the Einstein is E, energy or chi or life force, equal m and c squared.
Yeah.
That's all. Very simple. Okay.
Yeah.
M is the mass. C is the speed of light 2 times is fire.
Yeah.
So if you have mass, you put fire, boom, you burn the energy.
Okay.
In the Tao say, hey, we're working with chi. Chi is fire.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you, a simple way, if you rub the hand warm and just practice breathing, ask more fire, ask more chi.
Yeah.
It's fire. Okay. And you rub it again.
Yeah.
And you hit them. Now you get more chi. And now you put on the breast. And the Tao said, very simple. Think about the sun shining on the water. What happened? It changed the water into steam.
Yeah.
Chi. It's the transformation.
So it allows to discharge.
Yes.
Wow.
So now, but the whole thing is not really charged.
Okay.
You transform them.
Okay.
So you have this energy, have the breast energy, change to life force again. Okay. If that otherwise is a energy that's going to make milk stuck there, and you have no way to get out.
For sure.
And you eventually become a lump, become a tumor, and cyst.
Okay.
And how often should you do that?
Oh, every day.
Every day.
And until, my breast is so soft, my organs are so strong. So you said, in the Tao said, if you don't want to have baby and don't want to feed baby, why you are wasting all this energy?
Wow.
And you're wasting and harming you.
Yeah, right.
In the long term.
Wow.
Because you stuck all the energy there, no way to get out.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So when you rub it warm and rub it and hold and smiling sunshine, and you feel, hey, I feel warm. Something changes inside there.
Interesting.
And now you bring this energy. This energy, the Tao said, if you don't want to feed baby, you can transform this energy to feed yourself.
Okay, makes sense. Okay,
So
you
you
don't
bring
lose
it
the
to the
energy.
liver.
Okay, and you can transfer. Okay.
Yeah, and you can liver and the spleen, pancreas, kidneys, stomach, whatever, you can grow them.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah. And men also, the sperm. Every sperm in the Tao say, hey, they use a lot of energy to build.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I never understand until last year, a student told me, Master Chia, you know that they discovered now. They said the sperm, if you don't have a charging, they discovered that not every sperm carry life coat.
Oh, really?
Said, he said, if the sperm go into the egg and they don't carry the life coat.
Okay.
And actually they said they can distinguish them that like the sperm carry light.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the Tao always talks, a long time they discovered that when you have sexual energy enough, the sexual energy will charge. That's why we need so much energy.
Yeah.
Average healthy man can have every ejaculation can have 200 million sperm.
Yeah.
That's a lot
It's
to charge.
crazy.
So the sexual organ have to charge the cell.
Right, okay,
And
yes.
they carry life force.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Now when there's no energy, 200 million, you maybe charge only a few. You don't have enough energy to charge them.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
And the other one, the kidney store another 25% of life force. So when the sexual energy is not enough, it borrows from kidney.
Okay.
And that's why we drain out the kidney.
So if you're just
Fascinating.
constantly getting rid of that ejaculating,
Yeah.
Because every time
expending
it's
that
a
energy.
lot of energy.
That's a
Every
big
time
waste.
It's a lot of.
So if you want to, when you're dealing with the organs, you don't deal with like your penis or
No.
as an organ. So
Right.
how do you cultivate that energy? How do you
like
encourage the storage of that?
if you understand again, the sperm,
Yeah.
the testicle producing sperm.
Yeah.
And it's stored around there in the tube. Okay. So in a man, Tao say very simple: massage your testicle.
Okay.
Oh.
Change. You have to have
So charge them with Chi first.
Chi.
Okay.
That is the first simple way of doing. You have internal part. Internal part, you develop a loving fire. If you have so much love, you condense, become loving fire. And you have so much compassion, you condense all the compassion, become a compassion fire.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
And the Tao say, hey, you're born with, that is a 3,000, 4,000 years. You have a kidney fire, and you have Dantian fire.
Okay.
So you combine this fire, 3 fire become one. Now you can transform things.
Okay.
We call the holy fire.
Okay.
But usually later on you have to aware the holy fire. But if you don't have your own 3 fire combined,
yes,
you cannot have it.
So your 3 fires are, sorry, remind me again. So this is
you have the heart
your
fire,
heart fire, yeah.
But you have to practice
yes,
love, joy, happy. But you have to have liver support heart.
Yeah.
Okay. But liver have to support by kidney.
Yes.
Okay.
Kidney have to support by the lung.
Okay.
The lung have to support by the spleen.
Yes.
You see, everyone support each one.
Yes.
But you cannot just, I want to love the world. You just burn the fire.
Yeah.
How much fire you can burn?
Okay, yeah.
You see all the animals in a cold winter, so cold outside there.
Yes.
And you say, I want to warm up this jungle to make all the animal warm.
Yeah.
How much fire you have?
Yeah.
That.
I understand. Okay.
If you say, okay, I have money, you're going to get all the oil and burn in the jungle to warm up the whole jungle.
Yeah.
The compassion is not that. In the Tao said, compassion is what? Love the one you can love now.
Okay.
That's enough. You're not going to love the whole world.
Yes.
You're not going to save the whole world.
Yeah.
Jesus cannot do it.
Yeah.
And Jesus had to come and crucify and hope the world can understand him.
Yeah.
And when Jesus left, we're still fighting each other.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. More and more. Yeah. Okay.
Master
Wow.
Chia, I really wanted to ask you, I was listening to a lot of your talks online and I heard you constantly coming back to mentioning that there are the 3 gates when you look at sexuality in the Tao. And the third one, the first 2 we talk about in the West.
Yeah.
The third one, the uterus orgasm,
Yeah.
we don't hear this.
That's very interesting. The West discovered that also.
Really?
Yeah. The West discovered one thing, but they never link together.
Okay.
You see, when a lady feed the baby milk and it suck in the breast, now what happened?
The uterus.
Yeah,
You
you
feel
contract.
it. You feel it.
And the woman said, but after that they forget it.
Okay, yeah. They don't
now,
use that.
They don't use it.
Okay.
So in the Tao said, uterus orgasm is the most important part of the whole thing. Yeah. Because the uterus orgasm, when the uterus vibrating and contract, it activates the center of the brain.
Okay.
Very important.
Okay.
Because it connect.
Really?
So the uterus contracts
Yes.
and activates
And-
the center of the brain.
Yes. And the uterus orgasm is the highest orgasm. Okay. You have the first gate, the clits, and the mysterious gate, and the third gate is uterus. But it's very, very healing. It's extremely healing because of the. We know that why a baby, that we know few thousand years. That why it's a practice. Because when a lady before menstruation, before having baby, the egg is about this big.
Okay.
So you see,
Okay.
the uterus is very small, but when they are pregnant, it's 200-300 times bigger.
Okay.
Now,
Wow.
the body and the nature build that if the lady feed the baby milk and the baby suck on the nipple, because nipple connecting to all the gland, especially the uterus.
Yes. Okay.
So when you suck here, the uterus contract.
Yes.
Okay, and the uterus contract, it make rejuvenating the uterus.
It rejuvenates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It make it smaller. So the Tao discovers, this is the key to vitality
Okay.
of woman.
Contracting and toning the uterus.
Toning the uterus.
Wow. Fascinating.
And but this uterus is so important. We call the palace of the children.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a palace of the children.
Yeah.
So they call it 子宫 in Chinese. So this palace of the baby is contains so much energy, and it can draw energy, and it can transform energy. So we call a cauldron. that
Okay,
can
yeah.
Cauldron.
Cauldron, yeah.
that
Yeah.
can be transformed energy.
Wow.
So that is the major part.
That's amazing. That's fascinating.
I
And
have-
one thing
And-
you mentioned, I
And
think,
when
oh,
you
sorry.
get the third gate is the ejaculation,
Mhm.
the uterus have another fluid inside the uterus itself. Yeah, and that the woman the third gate ejaculation is a release a lot of it's just when lady ejaculation. Now we know that because women when they no ejaculation, the emotional very high.
Stores.
Yeah, and actually the Holland they make a research in this uterus orgasm,
Mm-hmm.
and they discover that 85% of the women in the world never experience it.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a
Wow.
lot.
I
Yeah.
certainly have not
Yeah.
experienced it.
But once you have that, you can feel when you first get, second get, and the third get open. Now, when the penis touch that and the woman move, it get ejaculation in the uterus, come up from the cervix, and the woman uterus contract.
Wow.
And
Okay.
that is another, and the brain activate. The
Amazing.
whole life energy open in the crown.
It's an important
Okay.
transformation. It's
Yes.
something women should
So
be
some
focusing
women
a lot
think they say,
on.
"Oh my God, oh something blow off my head," because energy go up to the head and it blow off. So the uterus connecting with the brain. Yeah.
It's a big moment.
It
Yeah.
sounds like a big moment.
Yeah.
But I'm confused though because I have a son. He's 3 years old, and when I was breastfeeding, I remember clearly feeling the
Right.
contractions of the
Right.
uterus. It wasn't a very pleasurable sensation.
Because
I have to say.
beginning, but when you do, so that's why the first exercise the woman have to do in the third gate, you have to. So first thing, if you know this connection,
Yeah.
very simple. You pin the nipple, pinch it and pin and make a connection to the uterus.
Okay.
And after that, you contract them. You have to contract about 6 to 7, 8 to 1 years. And when you contract to a level, the uterus vibration have orgasm.
Okay. So it needs to
Okay.
understand what it's
So you have to
supposed
build.
to do.
It's a practice.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
build that connection.
Because
Yeah.
not every man can do that for women.
Sure.
And women actually, men have to understand because women, all the sexual organs are built in to hide.
built
To
into.
high for men.
To
Like
hide.
Eastern high.
Yeah, okay,
Hide.
okay.
Oh, built to
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
High
Too
for
long.
men.
No, no.
Okay,
It-
right.
it's-
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So it
like
needs to be
Easter egg.
physical. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like Easter egg, you have to
Yeah.
look for.
And Easter
Yeah,
Because all the point, like the clit is not in the vagina,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and not built for penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the mysterious gate is in the urethra,
Yeah.
in the top of
Yeah.
the vagina, not in the vagina.
It's not built
No,
for men.
Not built for penis.
Interesting, isn't it?
It's inside.
Yeah.
So you have to hook up and go up to the top
Okay,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
it.
That's when fingers
So if
come
people
up.
only want to use a penis to do that,
Yeah.
you have to be operation the peanut and make a penis.
Okay.
because it's on the top there,
Gotcha,
and you
yeah.
have no way to get it.
Yeah, for sure.
And the third gate we call the epicenter is on the side of the cervix. Only the first and second gate open, and that spot open.
Okay.
Only.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, so it needs to
So
be a
you have to
sequence.
do a
Sequence.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it don't open.
Okay.
When they open, because when they open, the penis can touch on that point, and now women have to on the top and work on it.
Okay.
So there's a whole technique.
So the
that
woman will need to be prepared for it
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
But
Okay.
if women have experienced that, it's easier.
Okay.
It
Wow.
seems like that might take quite a long time.
Or if you're making the love, if you are making the way of the Tao sex and cultivate all the arousal orgasm,
Yeah.
you need 1 hour
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Because you work on the lady 10, 15 minutes
Yeah.
for the lady ejaculation of
Yeah.
the clit,
Yeah.
and you make love. And now when you near ejaculation, you pull back,
Yeah.
you cultivate, draw all the arousal orgasm
Yeah.
and love and compassion combine to be love vibration. And this is healing power.
Yes.
Very
yeah.
powerful
Yeah,
healing
yeah.
power. And you draw up and you go to any organ that you want to heal, and you have organ orgasm, brain orgasm,
Okay.
eye orgasm.
Yes.
So all the Tao talk about all this orgasm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But
so
this
the
is
sexual energy is amazing
Amazing
power.
creative power, healing power.
So you have to think of it like a serious undertaking as
Yeah.
opposed
Yes.
to just some frivolous thing that you're
Yes.
just
But
doing.
you feel so much love, so many arousal, and
Yeah.
very energized,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
healing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a draining thing, absolutely.
Wow.
No,
The Easter egg
you
hunt.
get more
Okay.
energy.
So
It's a good
people need
analogy.
to undertake it as a practice, the way that they are
Yes,
with their Tai Chi.
but you
or their
enjoy your
Qigong.
life 100 times more than ever.
So it's worth it.
It's healthy and it's a spiritual practice
Makes sense.
and get you stronger and you're more love and more compassion. You're growing each other.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
helping
Yeah.
because all this sexual energy you get. Sexual organ, usually people orgasm here too and it finish. I say,
Yeah.
oh my God, I want more.
Yeah.
It's already finished.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
But every time you go, you ejaculation, the orgasm get less, energy get less and less, and now you get so tired.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if you transform the sexual energy and feed to the organ, now you get stronger and healthier.
It makes sense.
And
Makes
you
sense.
get more wisdom because the brain connecting
Lights
to
up.
it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
It's a totally different way of looking at it, isn't it?
It's fascinating. It's great.
I feel like there should be classes in school.
Absolutely, there should be classes. in
Many
school.
people they say this should be taught in the school. Well, you're going to be big trouble with,
Yeah,
with
I
all
know.
the religions.
I know.
Religions that sex is all evil.
Yeah. Isn't it a shame?
But they only look at we
The
say
one.
we say sexual organ when you produce, they always leak out.
Yeah.
So we call sexual desire. Because when you have sexual energy is a lot, we're producing every day.
Yeah.
And when you produce it too much, it leak out.
Yeah.
And when you see anything that symbolic sex, the energy go out and link with the.
Of
So
course.
now the people know that advertising they put billion and trillion dollar in advertising.
Of course.
All you have to do is make a sexy thing, sexy face, sexy figure. In the old time, they actually sexy and the breast and everything in the advertising. And after that, the sexual energy go out, combined with the commercial,
Yeah.
and they link to the product.
Yeah.
So all the time they link to the product.
It's-
Now the sexual energy link with the product, and
Yeah.
now it's hey, you have to buy it. You have
Yeah.
to buy it.
Powerful.
sex-
It's amazing,
potent thing,
isn't it? It,
So
it,
we
it
call
makes you
a
see how.
sexual desire.
Yeah.
And so in the religions we're talking about sexual temptation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
temptation you to do something wrong.
Yeah.
But why? Because you don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
And the sexual energy is built up.
Okay.
It can be explosive.
Uh-huh.
If you don't transform it, it's
Yeah.
going to get you crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you transform it, oh my God, you say so much energy come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
So
you
they're
work
just
the right
looking
way.
at the external part.
Yeah.
But when you think of it as an internal practice, it's a
Because,
different.
because this is what the machine, the Western side cannot see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one has to come to Eastern. We feel energy, sexual energy multiply, and it's so powerful, and it stimulates your desire, stimulate your temptation, all these things. Why? Because you let it run out. So you have to take this energy because all the practice is a container.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a container.
Yes.
Sexual energy, no form.
Mm.
Unless you have a container to hold them.
Hold the energy. Yes.
That
of course,
is-
it makes
that is
sense.
the esoteric.
Yeah.
Air, no form.
Yeah.
But we took so many 100,000 years to 100 million years to discover to make a balloon. How long we make a balloon?
It's true,
You see?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you put it
We
like that.
contain all the air in a balloon. So, oh my God.
Magic.
How
Yeah.
can we
And the
make
kids
it?
are
Oh,
wonderful.
brother,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my God, kids they like it.
They
Yeah.
love it.
Every kid they like it because it's like, oh my God, why
The
it
air.
blow
and
off?
it's-
you know?
Yeah.
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 So that is
That's
what the
interesting.
secret.
Yeah.
How can you hold chi?
Mhm.
Chi is no form. Chi is air,
Yeah. Okay.
no form. So how do you hold them? That is the secret in the
That's
esoteric.
the Taoist practice.
Yeah, the Tao practice.
That's the
You
way.
hold chi.
I get it. I'm
Yeah.
beginning to get it.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated
And
by
the
it.
light,
Great. Yes.
and the light, you see, you cannot capture light,
Yeah.
but you have to some place to capture light
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
your body.
Yeah.
So that's why we're working with the light.
It makes sense.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Master Chia, it has been so informative and wonderful to listen to you talk and tell us just a tiny bit about what seems to be a massive practice and a lifelong learning.
Yes.
If people want to learn more, they can come to
Yeah.
find you. They can come to the Tao
They can follow
Healing
me
Garden.
anywhere.
They
Yeah.
can look on
Well, we-
YouTube.
yeah.
I travel around the world 2 times a year.
Two times a year.
Yeah. So this time the big trip from the Australia, Sydney, and come to Berlin, and come to Paris, and come to Madrid, Dublin, and go to US.
Wow.
And US with Portland, LA, New York, and go to China.
Wow.
So China in Jinan. So
Okay.
do workshop in China.
Amazing. Cool.
Yeah. And after that back to Thailand. So we had a summer retreat.
Okay,
So people can follow me anyway.
Cool.
People
we
can
found
find
you
him
certainly.
anyway.
Great.
Mm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Brilliant. And we'll see you again.
We'll
Good.
see you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.